Y'all know I'm a software developer, so technically I can build my own website. I've done this before, set up everything from scratch, line by line. But let's be real, between client work, content creation, and life in general, I never actually get to doing it. CodeNerdette, no proper website for months now. And if you're a backend developer who dreads frontend, or someone who doesn't code at all, you probably know this feeling of needing your site and not having time to do it. You want a clean professional site, you just don't want to lose the entire weekend building it. So I tried this tool called Readdy, and within an hour, I had a site I was proud to connect to my domain. Here's how it works. So first thing you need to do is navigate to Readdy.ai, right? And you can create a free account. Just click this, put in your details, and once you're done, you see this, and all you have to do is create a project, so web project. And you start by typing in your prompt. I'm just going to type in this. You see, very short, not so much details, right? And Readdy will just, do everything for me. You can add images or whatever, like from here, and you click send, and Readdy starts to break everything down, into a more detailed version, right? Click generate to start. Wow, right? I'm impressed. I'm impressed. And you see, every single time it's able to generate a fully relevant, relevant web page according to what you want. You can see with just that simple prompt, say it. I've not tweaked anything yet, and you can see how relevant this page is. Just think about it. And so next I would show you how we do, like, how you edit stuff. Everything is editable, right? Everything is editable. So in a particular section, you can just select this and say, okay, let's change this to the Telegram community. You can either by yourself manually come here and just type, Telegram community, right? Click save, right? As simple as that. Or you can actually use selector and get AI to keep editing for you. That way you don't even have to touch anything. So instead I can say, oh, make this funny, make this text a lot more funny, right? And send. So you see, that way you can edit any element, like literally any element, the button, the behavior, the color, anything about the element, by just using the selector, right? And see how like quick it was able to edit that, right? And if I don't like it, I can always revert back or whichever one. But yeah, you can see editing is quite easy and straightforward. Also, if I need more pages, for example, it says tutorial, right? But this goes nowhere, right? I can just make it actually like create that page. So let's see which page do we want to create. Let's continue to generate this page, right? View guide. So it starts to think about what, based on the context, what does that page need, right? So every link you have on your site, you can actually generate the page for it. So it's not just a one page generator. Like this is like, a full-blown dev team. And that's it, right? We can see how it's able to easily add like a relevant, extra page that is relevant to what I clicked, and not just relevant, right? Functional, right? We can see. And just think about the applications of this, right? Think about how you can use this, right? Just think about for your blogs, like if there's a trending topic, you don't need to, for your blogs, if there's a trending topic, you don't need to do so much. It's gonna generate a new page with relevant data, right? Search the web and see. So if we click back to dev tools, it actually would link, those two pages together. So you see, we have the website and now it's linked to that page, right? So we can see now, if you come here and click to view the terminal, setup, you're able to go back to that page that we developed, and here you can keep editing this page if you need. So that's the continuous generate feature, right? Also, do you know that you can add effects? You can add effects, not just right? You can actually add animations, right? Or you can decide to keep it simple. I like my things simple, but I will show you if I want to change this hero section to be like a video background. Let me just show you how I would do that, right? So I can say change the hero section background to this video, right? and here's the link of the video, and I hit send. Right, and as easy as that, you can see now we have a video on the error section. But for me, I think this is too loud, and you can always revert a change if you don't like it. Right, I just started a video. I know it doesn't fit with the statistics, but yeah, I just, to show you guys that this is possible. But I will be reverting this change because I preferred the previous background. So you see, it's very easy to undo what you've done, and instead I would just say let's add the typewriter effect to this text. Right, I think that's a better edit. See, and within seconds it's done. Right, that's what I'm talking about. Also, if you want to change the image, anything like a lot of things you can do. Right, if you want to maybe upload your own image, right, see, you can click here to upload your own image. You can remove the backgrounds of the image. You can generate a new background image. You can even say, okay, you want to generate a video. And yeah, do you know that it actually undo from too, and can actually save data for you, right? Collect data from the front end. Let me just show you that. Right, and if you don't like what's about to do, you can tell it that no, I want a form that will just collects the data and let them know when our course is ready, right? So and that's it, right? You can see we now have a form, and all I said was just collect user data to join the wait list to create data collection, right? So right, there's the form we want to save. And once it's done, you can always click on the data collection tab here to see data that has been collected from your form, and you can export them, you can refresh and whatnot, right? One more thing before I go, one last thing, there are multiple ways you can export your data, right? There are multiple ways you can export your site. One, you can either switch to the code view, right? If you're someone that is technical and you can see the entire code, and you can just either copy or download, and you can just click on share, and now you get a link within Readdy, right? This one, even if you don't have a domain yet, this way you can share with friends and family, and you get a link, right? A working, to be able to see your site, see everything that's been done, join our Discord community, like everything working, right? And aside that, once you preview, you're fine with it, everything is good, you can always just come back and publish the site. So let's check for my domain, CodeNerdette. And next step, it shows you how to point your domain to the site. So I'll be doing just that, and you see that everything is successfully connected. Select what you want to be the landing page, and you click publish, right? And then you can just click on view my website to see it load, right? And it's as simple as that. Like, look at how straightforward. Within some minutes, you can set up your own website and host with your custom domain, SSL, everything set up already. Like, I don't have to think about that. So even if you don't know how to write code, you're not a software developer, you can build your site from start to finish using Readdy.